know if any of you were like me when I was a teenager, but unfortunately, I never asked myself, are you sure? I would just plunge ahead, do something without thinking at all, and then I ended up regretting it later. That was basically my whole high school experience. It was the summer of 1972, and I had just turned 15, and I was going to start high school for the first time in the fall. And I was finding this to be a really awkward age, because on one hand, I was thinking, I wonder what I'll be remembered for in high school, what my legacy would be. On the other hand, I was really wondering why the guys hadn't noticed me yet. All my friends were dating, so I decided that this was my summer. This was the summer that Marianne Diverter gets noticed. Why was this so important? I had absolutely no idea. I hadn't thought out far enough what I'd actually do if one guy actually noticed me. But when my mom took me swimsuit shopping, I picked out this skimpy neon pink string bikini. And my only thought process was, this should get me noticed. Now, I was shocked that my mom bought me this suit because it was really skimpy and bright. But I was as flat as a board. I had absolutely no shape. So I guess my mom thought, what harm's it gonna do? Let's let Marianne find out on her own. So the pool finally opened and I was all excited. I met my friends out there and there was a group of guys that always stayed outside the pool fence. All they did was work on their cars all day and they were a bit older than me. And they started yelling something and I started listening. Hey, Mary Berry, nice suit, Mary Berry. And then it hit me. Oh no, I think I might be Mary Berry. And I looked over and they all started waving to me. Now, I got noticed the first day, but that wasn't the group of guys I wanted to be noticed by. And I didn't want to start high school with the nickname of Mary Berry. Now, of course, my friends thought this was hilarious. I didn't think it was funny at all because I knew I made a mistake and I wasn't going to tell my mom. I knew she was sitting at home waiting for this. So I decided, you know what, it's just a bathing suit. It's just the first day. I'm sure they'll get over it. Nope. They called me Mary Berry all summer, and it did follow me into high school. I guess I got what I wanted. Everyone knew me, except no one called me Marianne. So that next summer, I got a one-piece black suit. I was not gonna make the same mistake. I was gonna do whatever I could not to get noticed by guys. So I started my junior year, I was 16. I was much smarter now. About the end of the first marking period, I was in my world cultures class, and I was really close to an A. And my teacher was talking to us about cultures that practice yoga. And he said, if anybody can do a yoga pose in the center of my desk, I'll give you 50 extra credit points. Oh man, this was my way to an A. Now there was one little problem. I didn't know yoga. But I knew you bend it in some kind of weird position and I'm real flexible. I'm double jointed too. See my arms? Well, this is where I should have been thinking. Now, Marianne, are you sure this is going to be worth the A? Remember last year? And that was just a bathing suit. But I wanted those points. And I don't think before I do things, so I immediately raised my hyperextended arm. And my teacher said, oh, Marianne, do you know a yoga pose? I think so. I had no idea. I was winging it. So I walked up, and just so you know, I was wearing long pants that day because I climbed up on my teacher's desk and pretended that my arms are my legs. I took my right leg and I put it behind my head, and then I took my left leg and I put it behind my head, and there I sat in the middle of my teacher's desk with both of my legs behind my head. Now, I knew I made a big mistake because every guy in my class was looking right at me going, whoa! Now, they never quite looked at me the same again, but I did get two things that day. I got my A, and I certainly got my high school legacy. Yeah, you can ask anybody from my graduating class who sat in the middle of her teacher's desk with her legs behind their head, and they'll all say, Mary Berry.